Brother, can you hear me? Brother. Oh, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at your post. There we go.
How's my volume, guys? Can you guys hear me?
Okay.
No, I hear it. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to hold my microphone. What's up, good people and Eagle fans? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. It says 3 people are waiting. I'm not live.
Arturo.
Am I not live?
I saw. Live. Yeah, you are.
Okay.
I saw John Lynch at the Star, me and Phil. So, volume good? Okay. Thanks, CZ. What's up, brother? Yo, Mark, a.k.a. Philly 500's daddy.
Oh, there.
Dustin Bosley's in the house.
All right, so welcome, everybody. Mark Holmes, of course, with my man, Game Time Brian. We're not really in the frame there. It looks like we're a little bit on the high side. There we go. It's been an interesting day, and this is Broke-Ass Media with my broke-ass protege, and we're actually here in Arlington, about 3 miles away from, AT&T Stadium, and we've had a day to say the least here.
What's up, Thomas?
We started out at the Star this morning. Actually, I started out in Northern Virginia while my man woke up here in Frisco. And let's go ahead and revisit everything that's going on. Shout out to everybody in there. Cowboys up north. What's going on? Appreciate you guys going. We're going kind of ghetto style here. So I'm actually looking at the chat here on my second cell phone, and hopefully the sound. Let me know. Is the sound loud enough for you guys, or do you need it up a little bit more? We can also go ahead and do the...
Drew's in the house. Go Birds. What's up, my man? How are you, Drew?
So this morning, while I was on a plane trying to get here, you guys were you live?
I was live out on the Star. I was live a couple times today, yes.
And so you were saying John Lynch was going through the Star.
Yeah, we got done breakfast. Phil went out. We had walked over to the gift shop, or the merch store, from hell. Then we came back, and as we were getting on the elevator, John Lynch was getting off. And my first inkling, I saw him from the side. I'm like, oh, that's Moose Johnson. Then he turned, and me and Phil said, that's John Lynch. It was John Lynch.
That's kind of crazy.
Listen, I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to stir up anything. I'm just telling you, he was at the Cowboys hotel. Just answer me why that would be.
Somebody brought up the good point that the Cowboys have some of the out of need, some of the best doctors.
Enjoy your day off, Drew.
And you've still got Christian McCaffrey, supposedly. Wasn't he supposed to be maybe starting after the bye week?
He's supposed to come back week 10. So is that this week?
That's this week.
Yeah.
So, I actually have been paying attention to San Francisco since we haven't played them and won't be playing them probably anymore because it would have to be playoffs. You wonder if he's here talking with them about, medical help. Or something that was interesting you were talking about, when Jerry was going on the fan, he was talking to somebody about some business, saying we could get a couple of 4s.
Yeah, if you guys listened to the broadcast of 105.3 The Fan when they interviewed Jerry, they went live and Jerry was still on the phone. Just go back and check it out. Jerry was still on the phone, and as he was finishing up his call, he was like, yeah, well, he was obviously talking to one of his colleagues, Steven, whoever, Will. He said, yeah, we could get 2 4s for that, or he's talking to somebody else in the league. So whatever they're talking about doing, they're going to get 2 4s in return. So probably something, after the season, maybe a player. These talks happen all the time. Mm-hmm. That's their job, Mark. That's the GM's job. That's my problem with Jerry being the GM. He's too busy helicopter into league meetings. He don't have time to be the GM.
What's up, Philly D? How are you doing in loyal Cowboys?
I'll get to the chat, everybody.
The thing is, the Cowboys are terrible negotiators. Now, we were talking about Mingo today and saying, you brought us some great points that he might end up being a great receiver for us.
Yeah.
But the reality is the going rate for what we gave up for him in comparison to what you saw other players. Now, I agree with you that, DeAndre Hopkins is not a long-term solution, and at the Cowboys right now, they are in a rebuilding mode. So you want to, ideally what you want to do if you're rebuilding is when you think about the Cowboys, we hit rock bottom in '89 and we started from scratch basically. We had Troy Aikman, we had Michael Irvin, and we got a bunch of young guys together. And you want those guys to learn the system together and all be able to start peaking about the same age. The problem for the Cowboys has been is every year they felt like we're close, we're going to add some more pieces. And so when you added DeAndre Hopkins, it's a win right now. I hate to be trying to defend the Cowboys, but, I understand what you're looking at and saying DeAndre Hopkins isn't going to win a Super Bowl right now. So, let's not go ahead and take draft capital
again
and a big salary. So I don't mean to be here and try and defend the Cowboys.
I'm not telling you he's going to work out, Mark. I'm just saying I like the type of move. I didn't want them to go in. Listen, I don't care if you're like Drew, who don't think Cowboys are very good, or if you're Dustin Bosley or Daniel M. or whoever. I don't care who you are. I don't want them going in for a one-year guy. I don't want to give up anything. So if you're telling me we give up a 4, we get back a 7 for a guy who was drafted last year, young. Mm-hmm. He was a top 30. He was a top 40 pick. He was picked 35, 36.
Yeah, I hear you, but not always being picked high.
I understand, but it's so close to their evaluations of the player that they are trusting them. Whether we agree, but let's just analyze their recent wide receiver rankings. How would you think they have turned out? What do you think of CeeDee Lamb? Do you think he's been a good pick for the Cowboys?
CeeDee Lamb may be, him and Tyler Guyton really been about the last two really great picks that they've had. You've got a lot of picks lately that have not really panned out the way you thought.
If it was a defensive lineman, I'd worry.
I will say Tyler Guyton has.
You mean Beebe? You meant Beebe.
Cooper Beebe has worked out thus far.
I know Drew's head spinning. It's like Guyton stinks.
But Guyton, he's still really young.
He's raw.
But here's the problem with the Cowboys, though, is they're always the mad scientists, where they always try and take somebody. We understand you play this position, but here's what we need you to do. And so you took Tyler Guyton, who has been playing right tackle, and you said, guess what? You're going to play left.
Yep.
And you took Cooper Beebe, who was really a guard or a tackle, and you're saying you're going to be a center. And so there's a learning curve when you do that with players. And we have to kind of be a little bit patient on it.
Well, Chris May says Jerry's trading brisket for hamburger.
Well, that was more of my point. I'm not going to say that he's not going to work out, but when you think of Hopkins going for a 5th and this guy going for a 4th, it seems like you spent a lot more.
I think we've done, even beyond CD, I think we've done well with wide receiver evaluation. That's all. Even, you can say whatever you want about the dude out of Baylor that we had. Who was the guy who left in free agency? Tall kid out of Baylor. Anyway, he was a 4th-round draft pick, and he worked out. Say whatever you want about Gallup, who was also a 4th or a 5th. Michael Gallup was really good up until the point where he tore his ACL, not once but twice.
His second year was the year that he got paid for.
All I'm saying is, let's not bury the move. Please explain
Terrence Williams.
Terrence Williams. Please explain.
I didn't realize he went to Baylor. Okay.
Yeah. Please explain all the 4th-round hits that we've had. Mm-hmm. Let me know.
Well, and that's why giving up those 4th-round picks. I'm sorry. There's no way you can sugarcoat Trey Lance's the pick for Trey Lance. Trading for that.
Dustin, I like. I like Guyton.
We could have had a running back, or we would have had more cash to pay a running back.
Well, this is what I like about it. It puts, and I would hope that they would continue to do this. I was hoping that they would flip a couple players, like a Damone Clark. Dallas is hanging on to this thing. Dallas is hanging on to the. We're not giving.
Get for Damone Clark.
Even if you got a 6th-round draft pick, that's fine.
Get a 6, buddy.
I think you would.
No.
He was drafted in the 2nd round, and he's on a rookie deal. Somebody will give you maybe a 7th.
Sorry, our 2nd-round picks are ass, bro.
I agree with that.
Okay. That's where I'm like, I don't care what you get with the 2nd-round pick. If you can get a starter out of a 2nd-round pick, I'm trading that, because the Cowboys have not been getting starters out of their 2nd-round picks. The last one was Jalen Smith.
Hey, Thomas, he had his bags. He was going out to catch a Uber, or it looked like he got in one of those really sweet ass cargo vans that were all blacked out. So I don't know. Listen, he was on a mission. John Lynch. He said, "Why didn't I approach him?"
Gotcha.
He was heading out with his bags. He had his head down. He was trying to look incognito. I got you, John. I just don't know what you were doing here. Probably.
I'm sorry, I did forget Diggs. Forgive me. Sorry, Joe DeMaster. You're right. Diggs was
a second-round pick.
Diggs was a second-round pick, right?
But again, just remember about Diggs.
Elon, and Sean Lee are about the only ones that you've had.
Just remember about Diggs. They were willing to take him in the first round. The only reason why is because he somehow fell to them in a second. They were talking about taking Diggs in round 1. So when they got who did they draft in round 1 that year? Do we know? I know. I just can't remember.
CD, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we ended up with CD in round 1. So once that happened, Diggs fell to us. Mm-hmm. So we got lucky in that draft. CD fell to us, and Diggs fell to us. Mm-hmm. So that was a no-brainer. I'm going to call that out. Other than that, we've been horrible with our second-round draft picks.
Oh, when you start thinking about Tristan Hills, Boss Man Fat, Schoonmaker.
Luke Schoonmaker, sorry. I know Ultra Cowboy loves Luke. He has to show more, man. Sorry, bro.
3 plays in the last 2 games, and 1 was a penalty.
Not good.
That's not good. When you give it... Here's the thing with second-round picks to me is that should be, a 5-10-year starter on your roster. Second-round picks, that's way, way up there. Now, to me, it looks like we're going to be drafting kind of high next year, so really our second-round pick could probably be closer to a first-round pick. And so we cannot miss on these things. The Cowboys, they just don't want to sign any named free agents. They just don't. The only way we're going to win is we're going to have one hellacious draft next year.
Well, this is the only thing that annoys me about it. We're giving up. We could literally have 5-6 wins this season. If that happens to be the case and we gave up a 4th round, that's going to be a top of the round 4th. So, yeah, it is frustrating. But, again, I'm not going to hammer the team. They went for upside. Their evaluation was literally last year. Mm-hmm. He's very young. He was a stud in college. He played for I've been hearing how horrible the Carolina Panthers are. Now all of a sudden we're going to pick and choose and say this guy stinks. Nah, let's not go there yet. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and move on. But let's get to this game on Sunday. What do you think? Your honest opinion on what's going to happen.
Eagles. Okay, so this is David and Goliath.
I want to have receipts here. I've been inundated by the comments that Eagles are going to win. They're going to blow us out. You better blow us out.
Well, I'm a homer. Let's be clear here. I am 100% a Dallas Cowboy homer. And this is your hated rival. The Eagles, on paper, it shouldn't be close. The Eagles are so far and away better. This is how much better they are. Dog? The Eagles literally take our yardage that we run the football and double it and then some. And running the football is the biggest key stat there is.
I like Restrepo.
You can go through and you can say, well, Jalen Hurts is such a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. When you can get 169 yards a game on the ground, it makes your job that much easier. Some of you may or may not remember because it's been so long ago, but the Cowboys had a statistic when Emmitt Smith rushed for 100 yards. They were 51-19. When they didn't, like when Emmitt Smith missed those first 2 games coming off of a Super Bowl, they lost. And that was with an all-world on offensive line with great weapons like Michael Irvin and Alvin Harper and Jay Novacek. Without that running game, Troy Aikman was not the same guy. So you look at that and you say, okay, Saquon's there. They're getting back Dallas Goedert, who hasn't played in quite a while. A.J. Brown is a little bit nicked up from the knee, but they are as healthy as they've been all season. Going against a Cowboys team that has been battered and bruised, Tyler Guyton, and
we're getting Micah back, but we still are without 4 of our top defensive ends. That's a fact. I mean, our defensive line has been a problem, so whether they're healthy or not, it don't really matter. Bland was not ready to return, people. I heard the Stephen Jones interview. Deron Bland will not play. You can tell. He's not playing.
You know, he's kind of week
What's
to
up,
week
Hamid?
right
How
now.
are you, brother?
He's getting closer, and maybe it's going to be next week that he gets back on the field.
Again, they started that 21-day window. Then he re-aggravated it, and they're in a pickle now. They had to activate him, and now make him an inactive every week until he's ready to play. I sure hope he doesn't sit out the whole year, because that's literally costing him. We have two quarterbacks. Anybody that wants to see Trey Lance in some packages, you're not going to see it this week.
Me, I do.
I want to see it, but they're not going to do it, Mark, with two quarterbacks.
You actually opened my eyes on that one. I didn't think about it from that standpoint.
They're not going to do it this week.
Because here's the problem, of course. There is nobody else at quarterback. If Trey Lance gets hurt, and Cooper Rush gets up, but then again, if both of them get hurt, it doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
Because literally you're putting out there a Spam sandwich. Okay?
Somebody's going to have to be taking snaps.
Spam sandwich on a cracker.
You got Zeke. Hey, Zeke was a center a couple of years ago. Hey, put him at quarterback, right?
Brock Turdy. Here's an interesting.
Brock Turdy.
Here, you know what? I
Turdy? Is that what
I think that's what Brock Turdy.
I like that.
Actually, I may actually have a reason why Lynch was here.
What's that?
He may be begging the Cowboys to go ahead and knock the Eagles off because they're trying to get back into the race.
Eagles are doing what they have to do.
And they got a cake schedule the rest of the season. They have one of the easiest schedules the rest of the way.
But let me just warn my Eagle fans, and I don't blame you. You guys should win. You guys should win all these games. But just remember, when you have a first place schedule, if Eagles were smart, they would let Washington win the division and get in. Do not win this division, Philly, because as you see, this is a real first place schedule, Mark. What we're playing is absolutely ridiculous. And it's a bad year to get all these injuries because some years you can skate by. We play the Eagles. We play Houston. We play the Commanders. Those are two first place teams and a second place team, and we just played a first place team. So it is what it is. Nobody cares. I get it. Nobody cares about the Cowboys.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
And San Francisco's been hit by the bugs pretty bad.
28-10 Eagles. All right, I mean that's.
Let me say hello to Lola, Miss Hot Sauce, and let you guys know that we are simulcasting here on Jobu Sports Report as well as Game Time Brian's channel. We have been out all over the place.
Your phone does look better than mine, by the way.
Of course, because you've got that garbage Apple shit. Okay.
His. I don't know how it looks on your end, but his shit looks clear, man.
And you're looking at an old phone here.
Yeah, mine looks good.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll see how it is.
Yours looks like it's enhanced by AI. My shit.
Well, it actually does have AI and stuff with it. And all
that's
that.
why.
But let me know.
It's Elon Musk
hopefully the sound quality sounds pretty good on this. This is our road
Hey,
setup.
Elena, how are you?
Tomorrow we'll be doing our members chat call-in show at 5:00. But back to the Cowboys versus the Eagles. There is no reason that you could look at this and say the Cowboys should win. They are a 7-point dog at home.
Yeah.
That's literally saying
10 points
that
they're better
in a neutral site that the Eagles are favored by 10. That's college football wise, okay, versus Division A
they
versus
should be blowing them out.
2, okay? So we should be getting blown out, but it's a division matchup.
Ooh,
and this
dog, you're killing me.
This is desperation for a season. And I think you're going to have a little bit of a wild card with, Micah getting back and having heard so many different things, hearing rumors about being traded. When Jerry Jones comes on and says, there were no there's never a discussion about trades. When you have to defend that kind of talk, there's some discussions about trades, okay?
Yeah, this organization goes out of their way to be non-transparent. I think a little transparency at this point, I think the fans would appreciate. Just say, Bland's hurt. He re-aggravated it. We had to activate him. Don't expect him anytime soon. We would stop asking questions. But let me get to Thomas Garrett. 2 words about Jones talking about Bland and the comeback. False hope. False hope. Again, this is what I'm talking about, Thomas. Just tell us. Who do you think? What, are you going to make the Eagles game plan for somebody? Listen, stop. Short dog
in the house. What's going on?
Your short dog doesn't want us to beat the Eagles. Listen, short dog, I hear what you're saying, bro. But this is a divisional game.
Anything can happen.
This is a personal game to me because of all the shit I go through. I'm about as classy a person as I think I can be regarding the Eagles. And I'm not talking about Drew or Logan.
Wait a minute,
I'm talking some.
You can't put Eagles and classy.
I'm saying I'm
sentence.
classy.
Okay, you can't even put that word in the same sentence. We understand you talking about you being classy.
I defer. I know what you're saying. I defer to the Eagles at times, but you know what? This is a divisional game. And we've seen Cooper Rush, a short dog, win 4 out of 5 games. I think this game is going to be closer than people think on Sunday.
I think so too.
But I do expect the Eagles to win. I don't know how Phil's going to do a live stream tomorrow at some point, and we'll do our prediction.
Is he here?
Yeah, he's here. He's up in the room.
I didn't know. Oh, I forgot.
He's gonna do it. I assume he will. If not, I will, and I'll give you my prediction. I'm gonna predict the Eagles because I can't see in what world. Listen, people, Mark, you should know this. You played the game on both sides of the ball. You have to stop the run, and you have to be able to run the ball. What are the two things that we can't do?
I hear you.
We can't stop the run run the ball.
Here's where I'm gonna say.
Hey, Linda. You better make a phone call if you're offensive line. Yeah, I know, Linda.
Okay, now we know that Tyler Guyton might not be playing.
Yeah, I don't think Guyton's playing. From the tone, I don't know.
From listening to
we do have the
Jones.
tone. Like, give me a good Stephen Jones.
He has Tyler Guyton. He's been a great first-round pick for us.
What's going on here?
And it's a. I'm not sure.
I'm just making sure.
It's I think I hit something here, and I highlighted one of the notes, which is Dak and Zeke leading the league in rushing for the first time 3 years. Why didn't Dak do good with a running back leading the league in rushing 3 years straight? Well, that's a great point that you have there, that we did have a great rushing game.
But wow.
When we had Zeke running the ball real good back there in 2016, Dak Prescott was a rookie, and our defense was not quite there yet. And 2017, we did have Zeke, but Zeke was suspended for 6 games. Tyron Smith started to break down, and we had the infamous Chaz Green game where we literally let Dak get sacked 9 times. And even in that bad season, we still won 9 games. 2018, we did have Zeke there running the football, but we didn't really have any receivers until we traded for Amari Cooper, and we ended up taking a 3-5 season, and we turned it around and ended up winning the division. Now, we haven't had the success in the playoffs, but the course of the last 3 seasons, we ended up winning 36 games, and in production-wise that's as good as the Kansas City Chiefs.
I mean, Mark still think Prescott makes no mistakes. His opinion don't count.
No, that's where you're a liar,
What's up,
son.
Glimmer Man? How are you, brother?
Here's the problem here when you start talking about
CZ,
Mark Holmes.
do not get his back.
You make some assumptions here because, here's the problem when I talk about Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. You expect Dak Prescott to be 100% perfect when what's around him is not perfect as well. And when I point out the fact that you've got the worst separation in football, that means that your receivers are not getting open, that they literally, when Dak Prescott has to throw the pass, I'm like right here where it looks like we need to get a room. I'm literally I'm literally all around him. If I wanted to tap that ass, it wouldn't be a problem just to go smack that ass because he's literally in his back pocket.
I'll give him a little slack, CZ.
And you think about not having a running game, which ends up being that you can't use play action. And when you can't use play action, you become one-dimensional. And because I was an idiot and thought that CeeDee Lamb, we could just throw the ball more to him and he would just go ahead and get like 3,000 yards. Well, that didn't quite work out. And I'm happy because nobody's blaming me. They're blaming Dak Prescott. And that's why we talk the way we do about Dak Prescott. Has Dak Prescott missed some plays? He certainly has. Has he been basically average? Yes, he has. But the reality is everybody else on the team, for the most part, with the exception of a guy like Overshone, who's played outstanding. We knew what we were doing when we got that guy. We look at a Cooper Beebe, the juggernaut. You know, that guy there, he's had 3 games with no pressure. But I challenge you to look at anybody else on this roster. CeeDee Lamb, he's played well
Arturo,
at times.
that'll never happen.
But other times, he's had some issues. We just have not had production across the board. Our coaching there, you know, they're not putting players in positions to win. They're not holding players accountable. You know, we just suck all the way around.
Big Mozzie Smith, yeah, Hamid. You love to come out of the cave, Hamid, and troll. That's fine, bro. Listen, this is your week. Enjoy it. Like CZ says, enjoy. This is hate week.
Oh, okay. I pinned the message there. That's what happened there.
That's fine.
So
that's fine.
Let me say, shout out to everybody. You're probably sick of me because I have literally been. This is, I think, the 13th or 15th video that's been out here today. But I am actually here because I'm here so you don't have to be. I'm giving you the sights and the sounds so you don't have to give your money to Jerry Jones and the Jones families, but you'll get the effect of actually being here. And I'm going to say,
Thomas Garrett, what up?
There's a lot of Eagle fans that are here, and that
I didn't see any until today.
Well, okay,
they're all coming out of the woodwork.
Well, you know,
some of them have teeth.
Well, some of them are only allowed to get out on the weekends. Okay.
Yeah, it's that weekend furlough.
They're probation officers, you know, off on the weekends. They know they can slip out of town.
It's hate week. Give us a break, right? We're just needling you.
But I have to say, I'm kind of pissed off still. You know, because this would have been really. Could you imagine if we had Big Sill here in Philly 500?
It would be a wonderful time.
Let me be clear here. I'm not disrespecting my man Game Time Brian.
Big Sills. No, yeah, he wants to have his boys here. He wants his Eagle buddies here. I'm chopped liver. Thomas Garrett.
But this is what we
forehead,
work for.
not big head. Forehead.
You know, and you know, people are like, "Why are you going to that? The Cowboys suck, man. Why are you doing that?" Well, I'm doing a couple of things. I have a video that I have not put up yet. You've probably seen some on Game Time's Brian. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to meet Cowboy.
You got it, Jimbo.
And get their perspective and do videos or messages to Jerry Jones. And maybe, just maybe, some people around the Cowboys will, you know, kind of say, Jerry, you need to see this. Bobby Beninsky with the super chat. Shout out to Bobby.
Have fun down there. Good luck. Stay safe. Thanks, Bobby.
Bobby Beninsky, who has won more shit for me.
Yeah, Bobby knows how to stuff the ballot box. Bobby, you're the man. Thank you.
But I can't remember their names, and forgive me, but the people that he was originally an Eagle fan. He was originally an Eagle fan till he met a woman who really turned his nose around.
Oh, yeah. I have the video up as well. It's the one where the Idaho. Yeah, Chris May. Like, we ran into a couple Idaho people. They're like, Mark Holmes, oh my God. Then he looked at me and he goes, Game Time. So that made me feel a little good.
He was like, they know my name.
Well, I know Mark doesn't believe this, but I've had a couple people. Phil's like, oh yeah, you know, I'm big time, and all of a sudden, yeah, he don't.
He's my protege. Of course he do.
But you know,
I taught him everything he knows.
Okay. So the old man loved it. Listen, I told him to.
He literally almost cried.
Yeah, I didn't understand the Eagles to Cowboys thing.
Oh, she was a Cowboy fan.
He wasn't the Cowboy fan?
He was an Eagle fan.
That's what I mean.
So literally in 2 weeks. Okay, look. Here's how.
Arturo, listen to this.
Okay, now if you've seen Harlem Nights, the movie Harlem Nights, where there was sunshine. Okay, you've seen Harlem Nights, right?
I love you, Arturo.
You've seen the movie Harlem Nights, right?
Oh yeah.
You know,
you shot my pinky too.
Right. Okay. So when he said, "Yeah, hey, honey, put your mother on. I ain't never coming back." Click. That was this in real life. 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks. He moved 6 states away and gave up being an Eagle fan to be a Cowboy fan.
This camera sometimes.
because she was a Cowboy fan. That's some crazy stuff right there.
Listen,
that she is so good that she made him turn his back on the Eagles. Okay.
Yeah, Jimbo. Bobby is a Birds fan. He just likes to support me. You can too, my man.
And what is crazy is listening to, she passed away 2 years ago, and they want to put her ashes around the stadium.
Yeah, that's what I was I was a little. You got to be careful. There's laws against that. But hey, who am I? Go ahead and do
Dallas
it.
Diva.
We just got to keep it low because I don't trust Jerry and Steven. They make you send the.
Well, you know you're going to have to pay us for doing that here. We have a cremation a cremation fee that we have to, and then there's the sweeping up of the ashes.
Hey, Bobby
when they blow.
Babinski, I have something for you, Bobby. If we can all get to Frisco, Bobby, for 3 zeros and a comma, we could rent the draft room out and have our fantasy football draft.
How much
Bobby.
is it?
3 zeros and a comma. So me and Phil said, like I said, it's probably $9,999. But it could be $1,000. You could rent out the draft room, and you could be like we could do our fantasy draft, Bobby, from the start, like a real facility. You know, it's just a thought. Anyway.
Okay, so in other ways to just
he jumped
blow
on
money.
Cowboys bandwagon. It was easy to be a Cowboy fan back then. What are you talking about, my guy?
I think he jumped on her bandwagon. That's what that was. Okay.
The guy's wife passed away. He has her ashes with him.
Oh,
Come on, Hamid. What do you think? He's going to spread her ashes? Not. I'm sure it's a little bit. It's probably not a big.
Well, it could be. Here's we had.
Can we not just drop the bullshit for a little bit?
No, seriously. I had actually a great friend of ours who taught me a lot about life. Damien, who ended up had Hodgkin's lymphoma. Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
That's no joke.
Well, he was only 36 years old.
Yeah, you don't live from that.
When we ended up doing the road trip where we literally had to go to every NFL market, they took his ashes and they had like these little mini urns. So everybody
like
can
you
have
do
a
with
little
your
bit.
pet. You have a little bit of
So
here, a little bit
we
there.
took him everywhere we went on this road trip. And when we were on the last leg of it, we were coming back from Buffalo, New York. There's a place on whatever Lake Erie that's called Sunset Park. And that's where I dumped his ashes out because I figured it's going to go right on through Niagara Falls and out to the Atlantic Ocean and stuff. And, that was a great thing. So it's not a full urn. It might be just a little.
Yeah, it's just a little taste.
But that is true. But see, understand, that is true love for the Dallas Cowboys. And,
my brother was buried with a signed, I wish I would have had it now. Sorry, Chris. Yeah, but he was buried with a signed Troy Aikman Dallas Cowboy football.
Wow. Okay.
So, listen, these, you want to talk about real fans? I started being a Cowboy fan in the 70s, and my first experience with Dallas, no offense, but I was born in 71. I don't remember really the Miami win or the Denver win. My first experience
I remember that.
My first experience was losing in the Super Bowl to Pittsburgh. I remember throwing a little troll doll, which is funny how I met Mark because, he's got me and Joe Boo, and it kind of reminds me of the same thing. My brother threw the doll, like the first a Steelers loss, up in a tree, and it stayed there for multiple years, and then we lost again to the Steelers, and I was old enough to climb the tree, get the damn troll doll out, and I think that's what kind of, in my mind, that killed the mojo. But I went through my whole adolescent life up until the 90s before we had any, and listen, I'm sorry, Hamid, you see success as a Super Bowl trophy. I'm sorry, that's what the Cowboys fans look at success as, not as playoff wins. It's great to have playoff wins, but if you can't win the Super Bowl, then what are we talking about?
True on that. And I talk a lot of smack. Believe me, I talk a lot of smack, and I give Eagle fans a hard time.
The real fan one. How are you, brother?
But for me, doing all of this is actually more fun than anything else. I'm at the airport first thing this morning. I'm groggy-eyed and everything, and I look across the way, and I see an Eagles sweatshirt, and I went up to the guy and said, hey, man, what's going on? Eagles suck and things like that. It's not meant to be malicious. It is really, it's what I grew up on. For us, growing up in the Washington, D.C. area.
Were you listening late or what? Where you at?
Knowing that how good the Washington team was, the rivalry and stuff, seeing my dad talking to my uncles and cousins and things like that were Washington fans, the trash talking is the biggest part of the game. It's kind of like the game is almost like an afterthought. It's the build up to it.
Yeah, Drew, I've only seen three Super Bowl victories. I know that's not a lot.
It is to the Eagles.
Well, I'm just saying. He said I haven't seen a lot of success. I'm just
Okay.
letting you know. I didn't hop on the bandwagon after a successful season. I hopped on the bandwagon after we lost. Sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, that's the way it works, with me. And it's not.
Thanks, Dustin.
See, some people go through, and I hate Mark Holmes. He's an asshole. It's not. Listen, this is the way it is. With Philly 500, we haven't actually met each other.
He's a sweetheart. He's always been nice to me.
When Philly 500, a lot of you guys don't know that he had some really major knee issues and things. And we were talking on the phone.
Yes, it wasn't Bobby.
Because I'm worried about him and things like that. And we talk trash on the shows and all that stuff and things. He ended up texting me, and something that he meant to send to his real dad. He said, "Oh, I didn't mean to send it to that dad. I meant to send it to my real dad." So this stuff is not hate. Now, believe me, if the Cowboys win, I will ride the Eagles' ass.
Well, listen.
And I expect to be ridden by the Eagles as well.
I'm very gracious to the Eagles. I live in the area. I have a lot of extended family who are all diehard Eagles fans. So just keep that in mind when you talk to me the way you do. I understand where you're going, but you need to give me a little bit of deference.
Yeah.
But that being said, if Dallas Cowboys win on Sunday, I'm going to code nuclear on some people.
Oh, man.
So just get ready because you guys don't see everything I get. You guys don't see it. Man. So it's going to get ugly.
On that mark. Okay.
It's going to get
Shout
nuclear.
out to Linda.
Now, I don't think we're going to win, Drew. I'm not trying to tap out. I'm hoping upon hope we can get some things done.
But hold on. We're playing with house money.
That's the thing.
We're playing with house money, okay?
You need to win. We don't, because we're not going nowhere. You need to win because you're already behind Washington. You better win on Sunday.
Because actually, I'm going to say that the Eagles are under more pressure because, see, we've got a love fest now with Nick Sirianni because he's got a couple of wins. The skeletons in the closet have been just kind of the door's been closed. But let the Eagles come to Dallas and lose to Dallas, and then the talk of fire Nick Sirianni and that the team is frauds starts coming back out. I mean, you can say I'm making excuses, but when you lose your starting quarterback, when you've lost 4 defensive ends, when your prize free agent signing, Eric linebacker.
For who?
Our linebacker.
Oh, Eric Kendricks.
Kendricks has been in and out of the line, that your stud defensive end linebacker has got 1 sack and has missed the last 5 games. You're not expected to win a whole lot of games. But the Eagles are completely healthy going into this game.
What's up, Tommy One? How are you, brother? There's
no excuses. You have the second best running attack in football. This shouldn't even be close. In fact, I dare say, if the Eagles don't win by 20 points, it's a disappointment.
I mean, you guys have been doing a great job. You're on a roll. You've won, 4 in a row? You guys should be winning. Hey, Tommy, Hamid thinks you guys are going to lose to the Steelers. I don't think so. What's your opinion on the Eagles fans are hoping that the Washington loses because they want that to be close. I don't think you're losing to the Steelers tomorrow. I think you're busting that ass tomorrow, Tommy.
Oh, you mean Sunday?
Whatever. My days are so off.
So wait a minute.
Sunday.
Game days tomorrow. It's like I got so many different shirts that I need to wear. Oh my goodness, Stacy! Shout out to Stacy White because Stacy White is always firing up the super chat.
Hey, Stace.
We locals appreciate late your business. Giving money means no Super Bowls. Stay safe, be safe, and please do not complain about Jerry later. Oh no, I'm gonna keep complaining about Jerry. I have a love-hate relationship with Jerry Jones because see, here's the thing. When we met the guys from Minneapolis, and I was proud to tell them about the stadium. I was like, they're Minnesota Viking fans, and they're kind of like, you think you got problems? We have 4 Super Bowls and no wins, okay? So you guys are literally, it's like, screw you, okay?
What's up, Dirty Sanchez?
It was a whole group of friends that were from across the country. One was an Eagle fan. He's a Minnesota Viking fan. I think one was a Washington fan. Was the Washington? No, I can't remember what it was.
Oh, wait, hold up. There was
all meeting up
Eagle,
here.
There was an Eagle fan, a Vikings fan, and no, it wasn't Washington.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. But yeah, he didn't know we had YouTube channels, really. So.
Right. But be that as it may, we're complaining
What's
because
up, Joe
we haven't had
DeMasi?
one in a
How
long
are you,
time,
brother?
But I forgot what I was talking about.
You were talking about the 3. We met guys, and they were talking about the Minnesota Vikings.
I don't know. I'm getting old and dementia. You know,
Yeah, you were talking. Yeah, all right.
But if you can remember what my thoughts were.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know what my thoughts are. So.
But they're really, this should not.
Oh, Wade was coming. I guess
this is not should not be anywhere close on the game. And I hate to say that, but I have a good feeling for some reason.
You like the Clemente?
That's where I think I'm delusional. But make sure, everybody, if you're watching on my channel, make sure you definitely check out Game Time Brian. I have to say, I am very, very proud. No. Here's the thing. There's so many people out there. If you,
there you go, Stacey White.
If you look at what you see out there, people will tell you, you got to get on YouTube right now. Quit your job. And I'm like, bro, don't quit your job. This shit's not easy. And people figure, oh, well, it's just YouTube. Anybody can do it. You know, I remember brethren out there.
Linda, you're funny.
Brethren who literally said, you know, it must be nice to go ahead and just, you know, start a YouTube channel and kick back and let the YouTube money roll in. And it's like, it don't work that way.
I appreciate everything, but that's not how it works.
The reality is this is a job.
You think this is not costing me money to come here?
Oh my God! Well, if you sit here and see the equipment, hopefully the sound quality is pretty good. Although it's all on a cell phone, but you know we've got 3 mics that are here, a mic mixer and stuff, and the charge points and everything else to try and bring you guys, you know, a good look and stuff. And it is. I mean,
I think it's pretty impressive. Listen, we're trying to give you the.
But hold on, I got to finish this. I got to finish praising you, because see, people have always come to me and say, "Oh, well, I want to do YouTube and do it and everything else."
I wasn't that guy.
And no, but people. Well, no, I actually said, "Look, here's what you got to do."
Why? I don't know.
What you've got to do is you got to put in the work. And if you don't put in the work, if you say, I'm going to do a video or two, and, well, it didn't work and stuff, it's not working, but then you wait a month or two, it's not going to work. The only way you do this and it works is you have to put in the volume.
Looking at the videos, I've got well over, I'm closing in on 500 videos, and, you know, we just went to the Canton, a
year and 4 months ago?
And we're trying to get me to 300 subscribers. So hey Logan, how are you, brother? So I will say it was frustrating when you do a video and you get 20 views. It's not easy. Like Ginger Rogers, if you're watching, if you want to be successful, you got to get through this point. You got to keep doing it. Don't look at the numbers. You know, I don't look at the numbers. Dustin, what's up, my guy? I am your Huckleberry, Cowboy Nation. Thanks, Dustin.
We're getting off the Cowboys because it's just not any good
news.
But
we're going live tomorrow. We'll get a talk.
Alan Williams. Shout out to Alan Williams, man. But see, what people don't realize is everybody has a number.
What's up, Mouse?
And you know what I mean by that?
What do you know? Now, what's that mean?
Everybody has a number before they get to that video that gets you recognized. For me, I started my original channel in 2012 with my daughter, and it was the Dak Prescott, the perfect quarterback for the Cowboys.
I haven't had that video, but I've had a few 4,000 or 5,000 view videos. I guess that was my number, but...
Well, the problem is if you don't do enough content to get to that video...
You don't never know.
Yeah, it might be 10 videos. It might be 1,000.
I'll tell you this is, and he told me this a long time ago, well...
Oh, shit!
What?
We need a bottle of hot sauce.
Lola?
Today is Lola's birthday, man.
Happy birthday, Lola.
Happy birthday to ya.
Where's Wade when we need him?
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Lola, Miss Hot Sauce. And let me say thank you, Lola, because, see, Lola, you know, Lola bought a brick. And it says Miss Hot Sauce. And it was funny.
Does it? Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, it does. Because my wife, I said, honey, Lola bought a brick. And she said, yeah. And it says Miss Hot Sauce on it. And I said, that's great. She's like, but it's a historic walkway. And I said, that's great because for the life of us and beyond, we'll have one of our great fans that will be recognized right there as helping to support us and the red brick house to get put on the historic walkway. And Game Time Brian said he's going to buy one.
Yeah, I'm going to get a brick.
So shout out to Lola. So Lola, what are you, like 22 years old? Because we know you young. And there's Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda, who wasn't there for me.
Hey, Rhonda, how are you? Rhonda Lovely, how are you?
Okay, sorry. I'm looking. If you're looking here, the chat is very, very small. So I'm kind of like this.
Mine's a little bit.
How much of a rib? Okay.
Just one rib.
So there's Joe DeMasi in here, Lola, Joe and Gonzalez, Garcia,
Danny, Dodgers
Timothy,
Nation in the house. What's up,
Chris
brother?
May. What's up, Chris May with the pizza?
Hey, Curtis.
And
how
I
are you?
love weed. Another one of the great fans we've actually met.
David
too, at the
Bylear. You know who I miss?
Who do you miss? I miss Stuart Morrison.
I miss, I never got a chance to meet Stuart. Ooh, Philly D, shout out, my man. Thank you so much, and hold that thought, who I miss. Let me read the super chat. Y'all won the 20th century with less teams, and some teams can't play player. Eagles players sued to get paid. My father witnessed beating Lombardi to do the... Philly D, I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. Marlton, who's in the house. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, I miss David Wiley. David Wiley's my guy. I mean,
man.
He is. I love going. I love going away with him. He's such a thoughtful person. Even though
he got mama's spaghetti.
Even though he got the mama's spaghetti, I miss me some David Wiley.
But the thing about David Wiley is he's always shoveling food in your face. And it's like, David, I'm not hungry, man.
Yeah.
I'm not, dude.
Yeah,
full,
he's
man.
coming back here. Listen, to Dave, he's a smart man. He knows if he's going to wait in a 40-minute line, he's going to load up on some food, right? So
Yeah.
I appreciate him. Flip Shelton, what's up, brother?
Well, and he helps me out a lot too because this past week, he comes by. And I'm trying to get set up for the stream, and
Jeff Lee, what's up?
He's taking care of cooking food and stuff for me. So he is definitely one of my best buddies, and I'm trying to get him to come down to the Red Brick House so I can go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show him how
we
to
gotta
get reverse steer steak. That shit's good.
One thing people don't really know a lot about Mark, and I break balls. We break balls back and forth. It helps both channels. I don't help him as much as he helps me, but.
Brown water chaser. What's a brown water chaser?
Yeah, that's my man, Asman, right?
Yeah.
Mark is a historian. He knows more about the Civil War and everything that happened. One of the best times I've had was a spur in a moment time where Randy was coming down to surprise Mark.
Randy sights.
And I took time off, went and picked Randy up at the airport and surprised Mark a couple years ago. And Mark dropped what he was doing and took us to Washington, D.C., where there was no Commander fans, Tommy won.
There was none.
We were walking around, and Mark was taking us by
we're
the
Cowboys
monument.
Gear in D.C.
We were right by the White House doing the whole thing. We didn't see any command. We saw a bunch of people who knew Mark and Cowboys fans. But the fact, all the knowledge you had about the civil, just everything. It's very cool. So
I think he said I'm smart, which is kind of stupid.
No, I don't think he's smart. No, he knows his history, especially when it comes to that stuff. So go support him and go buy a brick. You can put whatever you want within reason.
But you know what's interesting, though?
What's that?
I meant to mention this. You have not seen a lot of Cowboys gear being worn. The Cowboys gear, because I met a guy who's from Philadelphia.
What are you talking
locals.
about?
Like the locals
here?
Or
back home?
No, I'm talking about here. In the same
you got to
way.
realize, if you go to the Star, you're getting all the fanboys that are coming to watch the game. You get away from that, like Wade said.
The Cowboy fans they're not wearing their gear. That stuff is not there. I saw the coolest throwback sweatshirt and stuff, and he was from Philly. He's like, man. I was like, bro. I said, I love your sweatshirt and stuff. He's like, yeah. He said, my boys are giving me a hard time. I'm like, well, where are you from? He's like, I'm from Philly.
I saw my
He
first
said
Eagle
they can't
fans
wait
today.
for me to get back. So
I saw one Eagle fan, Logan. One.
That's where.
But they're coming in now.
That's where we've seen a lot of Cowboy fans. We've talked to ones like Martin Holman, who has been following since 2016.
He knew me too.
He was literally
looking,
trying to find me, and he found us at the Star and stuff. We had lunch together. He's going to be coming over tomorrow and stuff with his wife, because his wife and his daughter. It's like they want to meet you and things, which is kind of crazy to me. It's like your wife wants to meet me too. It's like it's not all that.
I don't know what that's about. No, it's all joking.
I'm like, people treat me like I'm somebody, but I'm really not.
Chuck.
Oh, it's that one. Okay, yeah, hit the myth. I'm hearing it in my ear. I'm like, because I'm looking at this phone, I was like, I don't see it going on. That's actually my cell phone is doing the alarm that it says it's 9 o'clock or 10 minutes morning before I do my live stream, but I'm on Central Time, so it's already 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
I still haven't gotten used to that. Because I'm like, oh, we got time. I'm like, oh my God, no, we got to go on.
Pinks in Dallas. No, Asman, there's no pinks in Dallas, okay?
And I'm going to try and do, I know Mark's not really into it. I'm going to try and do that Whataburger review sometime this weekend.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and do that.
I know. It's like we're sitting in the same room together. What are you talking about?
No, I'm in the other room. Him and Phil are in the back room.
Hey. Pause.
Hey, I got the short straw. When we went to the draft, I was in the back. Mark was in the other room on an air mattress. So, we rotate. Next time, maybe I get back there. That's how it works.
But all jokes aside, the Cowboys are going to get a win. Drew, when the Cowboys win,
hey, Curtis.
I want you to come in here and do the walk of shame. Okay?
Bobby Babinski.
If the Cowboys get that win, you guys. And now also, too, I hope I see Leo.
Leo Bridgewater? Yeah, I haven't heard from him.
Well, no, I see. Actually, he's got something great that's going on.
Yeah,
the reason why he actually did buy the plane tickets here, but they have a big thing that's going on. I don't know if it's going to change with the change of government, but they have a big thing with the veterans about the weed that they're
legalizing,
doing, right, and so on. So that's a big meeting that
he's good people again.
But we have found that the Dallas Cowboys have stolen an idea from me. Just like I have one ring or chicken. The Dallas Cowboys, we now have.
Stay tuned, people.
Yeah, no, he's upstairs.
Oh, shit.
They literally, I go into the pro shop and here it is, a Dallas Cowboys chicken.
I didn't even see that. Where the hell did you find it?
It was over when you go into
over by the memorabilia.
Yeah,
back
all
there.
the
I didn't go back there.
Yeah. So we have Jobu and we have our funky chicken that we will be taking to the game for some extra mojo. So watch out. Be scared, Drew. Be scared. We're going to put some extra mojo on it. So what else do we have to add here on this stream?
Not much. I thought Wade would be coming. We set up a spot for him behind us, but...
well, here, let me see if I do Wade's impersonation. Oh, the Cowboys are bad. Dak Prescott is getting old and broken down, and the Cowboys are tanking, and Jerry Jones is not believing in this roster and the coaches, and we're going to start all over, and they're trying to build for the future. Oh, woe is me. We're just bad. Is that about it?
It's close. I would say it's more like Dak ain't got it. Dak ain't got it. Dak ain't the guy. Dak's breaking down. That's more like him.
Well, truth be told, unfortunately, I don't want to admit this, but he's at the point of the crossroads like Tony Romo was. And this is where the Cowboys have to try and either just say we're just going to let him go by himself, or you try and protect your investment.
Well,
you can't have.
You are locked in now.
You are locked in.
Yeah, for the foreseeable future. You can draft a young one, not this year, people. If we get a high draft pick, it'll be for somebody like a Travis Hunter. It won't be for Shedeur Sanders. That don't make any sense. We can look 3-4 years down the road for a quarterback.
Here's the thing, though. You cannot have an offensive line like you have
Eagles
right
trap
now.
Game. There you go.
There you go. You cannot have an offensive line like this for Dak Prescott next year. He will not be able to fulfill his contract.
Listen, as much as I hate giving Drew credit,
and you've got to get a running game.
I was jaded by all the hype. Drew was right. As much as he likes to troll us, and it's Cowboys Hate Week, I do believe Drew is a stand-up guy, and he called it. So it's tough for me to say, but he was right on the offensive line and their struggles, and Mike Zimmer. We don't have the pieces to run Mike Zimmer's defense. We don't.
No.
As much as we love Monty and we want him to work out, he does not have the pieces.
Yes, you're right to a point, but the injuries that we've had...
That hurts me to say.
The injuries we've had have been devastating. Now, I will say, this is where I'm going to go ahead and say that things would be a little bit different. Derrick Henry.
What's up, John?
If you look at Derrick Henry, how many yards he gets after contact? Our guys don't get yards after contact.
No, we get hit, we pretty much drop.
That's where a great running back can help a bad offensive line.
Stay tuned. You give
And
us a
if the
couple months.
Cowboys were having a situation where you have a guy that's like Derrick Henry,
Ashton Genty's coming to Big
get some
D.
yards, that helps the quarterback because now the play action works. We are so one-dimensional and can't protect the quarterback and only have really one viable target.
It's a perfect storm, Mark. When you can't stop the run and you're trying to pass.
Right.
Defenses can pin their ears back. You make an average to below average pass rushing team be stellar because they know what you're doing.
Well, the bigger question will be is, are we going to continue to do things? You know, we all talk about the new coach that we'll get for next year and, you know, what we'll do at the draft with all the picks and stuff. The thing is, things that really hamper the Cowboys more than anything else is when they bargain basement shop. I'm not saying that that's not a viable solution, but look when they bring in the most amount of players. It's always after training camp.
Yeah, definitely.
And you figure, oh, well, we can just get a guy and we'll plug him in and make him work. You're handicapping somebody who may not have been a great player to begin with, not knowing your system. When you think about trading for Jordan Phillips after training camp, when you think about getting Lawson, and Lawson seems to be hitting his stride
He
now.
does. He
What
does.
if you had gotten Lawson, who was not on a roster? What if you had gotten him before training camp?
Let
he
him
had a
get
whole
it.
training camp on
Exactly.
him.
This is why.
This is where it doesn't make
This is where
any
the front
sense.
office is. It's egregious what they do. They wait till they need somebody rather than be
Yeah.
a little bit proactive. These guys, I think people realize these athletes they work out, but football
It's
and
not the
working
same.
out is not the same.
And not knowing the plays.
You need
because-
to, you saw Dalvin Cook last week. Everybody was crying for Dalvin.
Oh, yeah.
He missed his first pass protection that he didn't know what the protection was, and you know what it did? It cost a 5-yard penalty
Yep.
for a delay of game. So
Yep.
again, stop it with the.
Here's the sad
Coaching
thing
stinks.
here's the problem for a guy like Mingo. The expectations right now.
Mingo stole my baby.
Okay, but Mingo, the expectation right now is he's going to come in and give us a big boost. We put such a big expectation on players to be able to do what's next to impossible. You know, we kept saying, when we going to play Dalvin Cook? When we going to play Dalvin Cook? And now we got to play, and it's like, yeah, okay. Nobody's going to be able to save the season.
Right.
And we've had so many injuries. When you think about losing 4 edge rushers, we lost 4 freaking edge rushers.
Yeah, we lost our top 5. We're getting one back this week. We all know that Micah struggles against the Eagles anyway because they scheme him up. We'll see what happens. I'm very curious to see. I'm not going to give it away. I wasn't allowed to take pictures or video, but I was watching where they had Micah lined up in practice. It was interesting. So stay tuned for that.
A wild card in there.
Stay tuned for that. Micah wasn't just coming off the edge over and over again. So, yeah, Eagle fans like to trash Micah Parsons, but that's the first fan base who wants them to.
Oh, my God.
They want him to be an Eagle. Make no mistake, Dak, when he's in the game, he leads the league in pressures by a large margin. When you get 8 pressures a game, yeah, he's not getting sacks, but pressures are actually, if you're going to ask a coach what they want pressures. Because pressures burst pipes.
They really do.
So.
Alrighty, so this is my first day here being in Dallas, getting here about 11 o'clock today, so it's been a very, very busy day. You, of course, have done the tour on the Star, and you've literally messed up Jesse Holly. Jesse Holly literally cannot do anything.
Yeah, if you
right
watch
now.
Hanging with the Boys, you see me prime time, literally a minute and 9 into the Hanging with the Boys yesterday. You see me and Phil walk by the glass, and Jesse stands up and he starts freaking out. You're interrupting the show. He was joking, but he was the best. Yeah. Right before that, literally about a minute before that, Nate walked by me. He looked at us, and I said, "Oh my God, here comes trouble." Nate Newton stopped what he was doing, came over, had a conversation with us. The tour guide's just looking there. I wasn't the Randy Stites that he was. Remember how he was with the thing? I was cool. I was trying to let people answer all the questions.
You, but you talk too damn much. He's trying to tell the tour guide how to do the tour.
Patrick Nosey Walker was laughing.
Kind of like,
Nick Eatman was laughing. It was good.
Interesting story, though. The first autograph signing show that I went to had George Selvey and Nate Newton, and this was probably 2012,
Nate's
maybe.
Looking skinny.
And interesting story, and I've got it on tape still because now that I got my old channel back. Nate Newton is scared of Joe Boo.
Yeah, you told me that.
He's scared of Joe Boo. He's like, man, you got to keep that voodoo all away from me. So it's kind of fun. But I hope you guys are enjoying what we're doing. We're trying to give you at least a taste of
Stay tuned, people.
Oxnard, jeez. I did give you
Arlington.
a taste of Arlington, of the Frisco, of what's going on here in Dallas. We definitely want to meet up, with some of you fans and get your taste so we can do those videos. In fact, I'll make that one live with a heart-touching story that hopefully help melt some of Jerry Jones's cold
definitely.
heart there, and realize it's beyond him just making money. It's about us fans as well. Without us fans, Jerry Jones isn't the multi-billionaire that he is. We're the ones that made them America's team, and it's time for Jerry Jones to get back.
I was
to us.
talking to a group of people yesterday. They were from South Africa, and they're diehard Cowboy fans. I mean, it's just incredible.
Love mushrooms on pizza with green peppers and onions, sausage and pepperoni.
But anyway, it's interesting to see just a different, diverse. Even young kids, you don't see. That's the one thing, Mark. You don't see many young Cowboy fans anymore. Have you noticed? You don't see many young Cowboy fans unless they're born and raised in Texas, and they were. You don't. Why? Because they've been pretty irrelevant for the past 29 years. So it's time that we get our act together. I'm looking forward to the off season, but we still got 9 games left.
God.
We got 9 games left.
I'm not ready for the off season.
Well, me neither, but
no.
That's how bad this team is right now. So, what's up, Weed? Traumatized, exactly, my man. You know it, and I know. Bobby, are you streaming the game? I don't know. We haven't gotten that far. We're going to do a live stream every day. So we'll do a live stream again tomorrow. We'll do a live stream on Sunday.
Depending on how the Wi-Fi works at AT&T.
Well, I don't know.
If it works there, we'll live stream from the game, which I think will be a snooze fest, probably, because we'll be getting mollywopped. But I'm glad to be here, and I'm sure that the Eagles fans enjoy the content because you guys literally just want to see us cry. We just want you to trust the process because, it takes time to get these things together and make sure that they work.
True
but,
that.
we have high grades on everything. Oh, Lord. Oh, woe is me. Do you see what just rolled?
Oh, there he is.
We were about to get out of here, and it's Walker Wade.
Yeah, we have a seat for you.
Walker Wade's in the house. What's up, Walker?
Drew says hello, man. Drew says he likes your
Walker,
singing
how
shot.
are you doing? Okay, so here we have our rocker here.
We have the pessimist in the house.
Mr. ZZ
The pessimist
Top.
has showed up.
All right, we have Slep Rock.
Slip Rock has showed up.
Slep Rock, how are you doing, man?
Good,
we
man.
were beginning to think you weren't going to show.
No.
Would you get caught in traffic?
No, I just took me a little while to get out of the house.
Are you far away from here?
No, like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
20 minutes, that's next door here in Texas.
Yeah.
Shit, everything else is always like 40 minutes to an hour plus and all that. So, Walker, let me ask you there, bro, before we get out of here, because we tired, boss. Because we old people. We're not young and strong and vibrant like you. What's your, do the Cowboys have a chance?
Against the Eagles?
Against the Eagles?
Oh, yeah, we do.
Sit down.
We do.
Yeah.
We got a chance.
We got.
There you go.
So
there you go.
We got a chance.
Hold on. Here's what we're going to do. Hold this for a second. Hold on.
We got a chance.
We'll do it this way. Hold on.
We're doing it live. We're going to do it live.
See how we have to do here at Broadcast Media?
Oh, you're going to look stender. Look at you.
You always need a few more inches.
That's what she said.
Okay, Walker Wade. There we go. All right, so we'll share this mic right here between the
Yeah,
two.
well, they can hear me fine just leaving it there. So just sticking it up in the grill.
So just stick it up in there?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. All right,
I think they
so-
can hear it fine.
Okay, so Walker Wade, man, tell me, here's what I need. We're going to copy this right here. Okay, so Walker Wade, tell me what you want to say to Jerry Jones.
Oh, here we go.
Jerry.
I want you to pretend that I'm Jerry Jones. How you doing there, son?
You sure you want me to pretend you're Jerry?
Why don't you give me some more?
Yeah, you're talking to Jerry.
Give me some of that money here and all that. I want to know what you think about the Cowboys and what we need to do to get better. I want you to let it rip.
You sure you want me to let it?
I want you. These. I'm doing a series of videos.
And let Dak have it.
Messages to Jerry Jones. I don't know if Jerry Jones will actually see any of these, but I want it to be on tape how diehard, and I'm telling you, Wade is diehard. Wade literally said, look, bro, I want you to come to a game. I know you're a broke ass and all that. I'll buy you a ticket because I want you to come, and I really and truly appreciate this. Because, see, it's the diehard fans out here that made the Dallas Cowboys the team that they are, to make them America's team. So, Jerry Jones, as a diehard fan, what does he need to do?
You old bag piece of shit, you need to sell the damn team. The city of Dallas is tired of you. We're emotionally just drained. We wish you and your son and your entire family would sell the team and just go away, because you have driven this franchise into the ground. We've had almost 30 years of nothing, and it is an absolute disgrace. A storied franchise like the Dallas Cowboys is down there with the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Redskins, not seeing an NFC championship game or a conference title game in damn near 30 years. It's ridiculous. I don't care about how much money you make, Jerry. All I care about is winning.
Damn.
It's hard to be a Cowboys fan, Jerry. It's just damn hard. I don't even buy new Cowboys shit. This is a throwback 90s jacket. I don't buy new Cowboys shit because I don't want to give you money. That's how bad it is. Wow. I don't own any new Cowboys jerseys. I don't own really, I barely buy Cowboy paraphernalia, period. That's how bad it is.
Don't say it.
I'm just tired. I'm tired of this bullshit.
Link.
You didn't go all in. We were 12-5 3 years in a row. You didn't do what you had to do to stack the team to win. You didn't do it. We failed. And I lay that at your feet, Jerry.
Okay. Dropping the mic on that one.
Philly D says, Wade, keep and go. You have all my Eagles subscribers loving it.
So, there you go, Jerry.
Hold up.
There, what?
Oh, no, go ahead. Finish your Jerry rant, and then we need Wade.
I think he can.
The rant would have been, the rant would be a little better if I have about 6 beers in me. Yeah, Jerry really catch some hell then.
Tell the Eagle fans. Tell the Eagle fans
Oh
who
my
love
God!
you.
Trust me, you were in the bathroom pissing again. Oh boy!
I had a drink. All right, this is a tall boy.
Inside.
Yeah,
joke.
really. I need to get that link, Mark.
But we're gonna beat the Eagles. This is me and Mark's vengeance game from 2017. Me and Mark came here 2017, and we watched the Eagles just trounce us. And we cannot let that happen again. We can't.
Wow.
We cannot.
Well, listen, before we get out of here, and I'm not rushing this, I just want to thank everybody who takes time out. I know I got close to 50 people in here. Mark, you're killing it. You got bucks 70. Thank you. We're going to try and bring you on this journey. I'm learning as I go still. People think, oh, you got X amount of subscribers. I know what I'm doing. Wait, I'll tell you, I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I fly by the seat of my pants, but I appreciate all the super chats. So thank you. That helps support stuff like this. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, drop the mic on that one way.
I'm out of this shit.
There might be a wanted poster for him when I post that video. Oh my God, boy! But Wade keeping it real.
D, thank
when
you,
real
bro.
goes wrong.
Jeff Lee, I love Wade. Bobby Babinski. It goes on and on. Even you, Drew, Tommy. I'm trying to get more Giant people in here. I have a lot of Commander.
Look, they've rolled over and died, man. They don't want to even think about football.
I was talking to Cop Pizzle a couple weeks ago, and we were going to do something for Thanksgiving. We still may. It'll be like the toilet bowl or something. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Stay tuned. But we're going to have fun. So we're going to have, over the next couple of days, we're going to be bringing you a lot of stuff. So.
It ain't no lie. I know I had quite a bit out there, and there's still a couple hours left of the day.
Half of maybe what he does, but
because I'm crazy.
But that doesn't mean he's wrong or I'm not right.
All right, so
Walker Wade, thanks, bro. Really? Look at you.
Oh shit, Walker Wade hitting it up.
Listen, hold up before we get out of here. Wade has been so gracious. When you meet somebody online, I don't know if I'm I mean, I probably underwhelmed him. Everybody looks at me and goes, "Oh, this is a little short shit." But Wade's the man. He carted me and Phil all around town, and he's been here every day. He truly is a friend. I appreciate you, Wade, man. Thanks for that, brother.
Thank you, Wade. And I give you a hard time, Slep Rock and all that, but you know you're my boy. Super chat for Walker Wade. Shout out to him. But on a real though, we're gonna take you on this journey here. Win, lose, or draw. There you go.
It
ain't a party till it's a Walker Wade party. All right, so we're gonna go out and get some snackages.
Thanks, Thomas. You're the man, brother.
Some snackages and maybe do that Whataburger. Oh no, you're probably
not tonight. We're not. I don't know if you're hungry. There you go.
Damn, Philly D. Shit.
For Eagle Wade. There you go. Philly D. Marlton's in the house, brother. Make sure everybody hits the like button. I would really appreciate it before we get out of here. That helps the algorithms, right? Mike Fisher,
hit the like button.
Thanks for getting back to me, big guy.
What? He didn't get back to you?
I emailed him a couple times, and he's always talking about, I figured we get together. I said, just give me 10 minutes of your time,
Isn't that what he says on his video?
Yeah, just give me 10 minutes of your...
And you were over at the Star, right?
I was over at the Star, and he did, and he saw it, and that's fine. It is what it is. He don't like YouTubers, so I even went and Wade fucking nailed his bar last night. He was killing.
Man. I'm serious. Look, he was so good. How good was he? That he got copyrighted because they thought it was the real thing.
Dude,
on the songs.
All the songs you did, I got copyrighted. I didn't even monetize the video, so that's fine. It was fun. It didn't matter. Just
for the video.
I don't know about that. That one dude who did the Whitney Houston stuff. Yeah. He was impressive. It's up. I didn't take the video down. I didn't monetize it, so go check it out.
Yeah,
Towards
definitely.
the end, my man was killing it.
Yeah, I was watching it until I got ready to take a shower because I was like, I got to go to bed because I had to get up at 5 a.m. to get this flight down here. So we are been running on.
Eat at Sweet Georgia Browns. Okay.
I've heard of Sweet Georgia Browns.
All right, cheers.
Check out a couple good barbecue joints.
Yeah, we'll have to get a game plan. We're here for a few more days, so.
That's real good. Okay.
Thomas Garrett, Walker Wade nailed it. He's the man.
He did. Definitely nailed it. All right. So, final thoughts?
Mozzie Cilio. Niners all damn day. Shout out to him.
Wait to see Overshown stop Barkley.
My nipples are hard. It's so cold in here. Woo! Game time. I go to Mesquite
I might
Barbecue.
sleep down here tonight.
Timothy Looper, what up? No, you and Primetime Phil can
Oh, Lordy. What?
William Tilton, 24-21 Cowboys.
What he did to it, Primetime Phil.
What happened?
So what?
Primetime Phil put mud all over the back seat of my Lincoln.
Oh, shit. Primetime's in trouble.
Hey, he turned it into that 1992.
It's like Candlestick Park.
Candlestick.
Oh, shit. All right. I'm out of here, good people. I appreciate you guys. Peace.
Hit mine too. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you. Thanks.